morning, guys. I'm just really getting up here in Shelbyville, Indiana. I just came to this Walmart real quick. I needed to get something real quick and some coolant. So I stopped right here by Walmart, but I did park across the street. In this soon-to-be Harbor Freight. There's quite a few trucks out there last night. Nobody bothered me, so I mean, until the Harbor Freight opens, I guess it's a good spot to park in. But I was like, let me drive my truck over there real quick. It ain't gonna be that long. Gonna be about 10 minutes. So in and out. Didn't want them to say nothing about me parking behind Walmart. But I can't find the load today going back towards Nashville, Tennessee, so I'm just gonna deadhead back. Just suck up the deadhead.
That's what she said.
300 miles. And yeah, go get loaded. So that's where we're at now. I'm about to leave. It was like 200 and some it was close to 300 miles. So we'll see. Well, through Shelbyville, you have to go through town. It's kind of, on the map it looks kind of crazy and weird, but it looks tight on the map. But when you go through it, it's actually pretty good. See, I parked back there where all these trucks are at. There was more trucks there earlier, but they all left. That guy with the tanker, he was there before I even got there. This is where it starts to get all like weird. It's like you're in the middle of, if you turn right, which see my GPS, I was coming north this way. My GPS was trying to get me to go straight, but there's a bunch of truck signs telling you not to go that way. And that's why, guys, you don't just depend on your GPS. Nowadays it's a mixture of your GPS, your phone GPS, and your atlas. So your atlas helps you a lot with making sure you're on routes that are legal. So your GPS kind of helps you, but you see, my GPS wanted me to go right when I was on the way up. Would have wanted me to go straight that way, and that's a no truck route. But maybe I need to update my GPS, because there's a town square over there that they just built, so maybe that's the reasoning for all the trucks not going that way either. But yeah, you still gotta trip plan pretty good, man. It's trip plan. It gets easier with more experience. You kind of know where stuff's at and routes and where fuel is cheaper at and stuff like that. See, now it gets tight, because what if cars are parked right here and you got to make the turn? People in the turn lane, it could get tight. And up here we got to make a right into a kind of like a residential neighborhood. And it's like, oh, it's all sketchy. I'm sure it's easier with trucks that are like the aerodynamic trucks, like Freightliners, Volvos, and Internationals. I'm sure stuff like this is easier with trucks like that, but when you drive a fucking boat, man, you have to be, every decision you make, it has to be, a good one, pretty much spot on. See, you turn right here, and you're like, man, I'm going into a residential neighborhood. There's a house on the corner. On your Google Maps, it looks pretty narrow, but when you come down here, it's pretty wide. First time I came down here was when I came down here the first time, it was middle of the night. So it was those two turns I wasn't worried about. It's the turn we're gonna get up to here where this light's at. When you're making a right coming back this way, on your GPS it looks kind of like, whoa man, I wonder if I can make that. But if you look at Google Street, you see a truck making a turn right at the time they recorded it. So now you know for sure you're good to go. No, not this light, the stop sign up ahead. See where that truck's coming at? It's a weird turn. So gotta wave at people, man, that are considerate, man. Most people come up to the line, expect you to turn around them. Some people are very nice. You gotta show your appreciation. Give them a little deuce, a little wave, man. Can make their day probably.
Would you look at that? Yeah.
Good morning. Finally made it to Lineage Logistics here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's raining. It's been raining all night. But this is one of the facilities that they open doors from the inside. And what I tell everybody is very important is when you back up to a door that they open from the inside, you need to slide your tandems to the back. This is as far as mine go. But the importance of this is when they open your doors are, the bottom of the door is right above the concrete slab on the inside. So when the forklift guy comes in your door, your suspension sags a little bit, causing your doors to hit that concrete slab. And if he goes in there too hard, it has your trailer bouncing in the back. Your door hinges, I don't know if you can see, your hinges that are right there, they start getting enormous pressure of that forklift on those hinges, and they could break your door off. So, and it's happened. My homeboy recently just happened to him. So it's very important that you do that. It can save you a cost. Hinges don't cost much, but the time you lose replacing it, having somebody do it for you or doing it yourself can cost you a day, which could be easily $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 load. So this is a little minor tip that you guys need to follow, especially if you own your own trailer. Oh well, we're in the door, so let's see how long they take the Lotus. We have to go down Monteagle, so See how that goes. Hopefully it's a light load. What's going on, guys? We're ascending up to the top of Monteagle right now. I haven't been this way in about 8 months maybe. So we're loaded pretty heavy. About 42,000, 41,000, somewhere around there. That's how heavy I am. I got passed by a Swift driver. But once we get this at this rest area, it starts to even out for a little bit. Then you come up to, it's not an inspection station. They do inspections though. Well, it is an inspection station because you're supposed to stop and check your brakes, right? Before you start down the hill. But it doubles, well no, the primary function is you stop in there and it staggers the trucks down the hill. So trucks are not right on their bumper trying to go down the hill. Because what you'll see when we get up there, there's a map, I think it's like 4 miles down. I haven't been here long. It's a couple miles down. Trucks are going slow. So they stop you at the top of the hill. There's a traffic light. There's 2 traffic lights. You choose one lane and it staggers you down the hill. So you're not, you know, riding somebody else's bumper going down this hill. One thing in trucking, I could tell you, I messed up one time in my early career going down Fancy Gap. It wasn't a bad mess up, but I knew I was going too fast for the mountain. And that's not really a steep mountain, but I knew in the back of my head, I knew I was going too fast, right? So ever since then, I take every mountain pass, I take it as slow as I can. Every time I go down this gap, I don't go straight. I veer off to the right. See, you're already kind of starting downhill right here. You're already using your brakes. It's worse when it's hot. It's worse when it's hot. See, so you come to a stop. There's no truck on the other lane. Oh, there is a truck. But it's gonna tell you to go. He went. It's gonna tell me to go. It staggers us. You start down the hill. Guys, I do not play around with this mountain driving. People love mountain driving. I'm fucking not a fan of it. Once you start off too fast, you might get one chance with your brakes to slow it down. After that, it's yeah, 20, 30 miles an hour. See, you get up here, might be going a little too slow. But you rather see, we're at, look, 25 miles an hour. So I was actually at the right speed. So 80,000, it tells you right there. At 80,000, you want to be going down 25 miles an hour. Now, with the modern trucks, it's more streamlined, so you could catch speed faster. So you got to choose the right gear. I've never driven an automatic, so I don't know how to go down a grade in an automatic. I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory, but you don't want to go too fast, right? And then for me, so you got to know your weight. You got to know your truck. You got to know what speed your truck can handle at this weight, right? So that's something you learn while doing mountain ranges and going down your truck. I know this range right here, At 25 miles an hour, I can go down the hill, no brakes at all, right? I'll catch up to these guys when I get to the bottom of the hill, man. It's not that serious. They'll beat me by 3 minutes, whoopee. But guess what? If there's ever a stop mid-grade, and it happens, you have your brakes as emergency to stop you. So, I mean, not all drivers think like that or drive like that. A lot of people believe in stab braking, and I mean, it's a good tool, but I'm not gonna rely on stab braking to stop my truck in case of emergency. Guys, we need to get home to our families. It's very important. You guys might look at me and be like, oh, he's scared. But guys, I want to get home to my family as safe as possible. And I also want limited wear on my truck. You know what I mean? So it's I take one thing I take very lightly is going down grades. So either take what I say and apply some of my little steps, or you know what I mean, just do feel comfortable. That's the most important thing you want to do. Feel comfortable. Like right now, I'm very comfortable going down this grade. Up the hill, up to here, I was kind of a little jittery because I haven't done it in a while. And I've been driving close to 10 years. And mountain ranges still are one of those things that I find kind of, that you need to treat with respect. Perfect example, the guy going down into Denver. Just running wide open, going down the mountain pass. You can kill some people, man. You don't know what's at the bottom, So I'll get down this mountain, man. I might lose a little time, but I'ma feel better, and that's the most important thing. You're in control of your vehicle, and you get down safely, protect everybody around you, get home to your family. Very important. Going on, y'all? Last night I made it to the house. It was around a little after midnight. Yeah, gotta be in Jacksonville at noon, so there wasn't really enough time for me to squeeze in a 10-hour break. I know I could squeeze a 7 or 8 in between and still make it there on time, but Just now. It's what, 9:41. Jacksonville about 2.5, a little over 2 hours from here. So if I waited 45 more minutes, I'd have been late. I don't want to be late. So guess we'll take a 2 hour. I only got 3 hours left on my drive time. So once I get down there, get unloaded, find somewhere to take a 2 hour break, I'll gain 9 hours, 8 hours. A little under 8 hours. So it's a good thing about running split seat sleeper. It's you can kind of form it into what you want. You take 3, 7, you can start at 8 and then decide, well, no, I don't want to do the 8, I'll do the 7, then go take the 3. Once you do the 8, you fulfill the 7. Once you do the 3, you fulfill the 2. You know what I'm saying? So you could, run it like that. So our next load goes to Atlanta, no, Brazelton, Georgia, up there north of Atlanta. Has to be there in the morning. My appointment to pick up ain't till 7, so it's gonna be either one thing is gonna happen. I'm gonna make it there at 5, and then I'm gonna have to take a 7-hour break in Brazelton, or try to hope that I get held hostage here in Rincon for 7 hours, and then I fulfill it that way. Then all I gotta do is take a 3-hour break up in Brazelton. But we'll see. Jacksonville. We're here 13 minutes before our appointment time. Look, little parking spot right here. Now I note that. Put that on my map. Possible truck parking. So just a load of dessert stuff. That's what it looks like. But here's a temperature recorder. They use it to keep track of temperatures during your trip. So we get back into this door 20. Here in Rankin, Georgia, finally got loaded. It's 9 o'clock. So let's see, let me pull up, let's see what we got. Gotta be in Atlanta by 5 o'clock in the morning. So we're trying to see how this is gonna work out. See what we got. 28 degrees, so could be fresh chicken. I know you run fresh chicken at 28. Up, brakes are set. I'm gonna say fresh chicken, maybe box chicken. Let's see. It's only 18,000 pounds. Yep, fresh chicken, organic fresh chicken. Yep, fresh chicken, boneless. Only 18,000 pounds, so not bad. Not bad. This is the best packed fresh chicken I've seen. I like how it's neatly wrapped and stacked. Most of the time when you get fresh chicken, it's all loose. Like if you get fresh chicken from Tyson, it's all loosely stacked and packaged like shit. Okay, there's another temp recorder, so to confirm your temp throughout the whole trip. So let's close her up, get this paperwork, and still debating if I want to leave now or wait till I might get my 7-hour break. If I get a 7-hour break, then it's gonna be running pretty tight. My 7-hour break finishes around 12:45, 4 hours up to Atlanta. I gotta be there at 5, so we're talking about right at 5 or a little later. I might sit here and wait for my break. Let's see what they say though. We just now leaving Rankin, Georgia. It's 12:47, so we're running pretty tight on time. I gotta be in Atlanta by 5, and I'm about 4 hours away, so we right there, right at the cusp right there. But yesterday, guys, I couldn't record much yesterday on the unload because those guys were really, it seemed like they were pretty strict. Out in Jacksonville, the place that I went to when I was carrying those desserts, it was a forwarding company. These guys were unloading my trailer and deloading it. They were unloading my trailer and putting it straight onto a container to go overseas. So when I got there, the guy was, you know, you know, he was on his business, B's and Q's. And I try not to record around people because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable and, you know, camera in their face and everything. So, yeah. And also, we are also getting that storm that's coming across the south. So yesterday, coming up to Rincon, man, it was raining cats and dogs the whole time. So just trying to focus on the driving, you know, trying to get to Rincon safe. As soon as I got to maybe Midway, Georgia, the weather stopped. So it was raining for a good 2 hours, I would say. Right outside, right north of Jacksonville, all the way to Rincon. Let's see how fast we can get some fuel. Not 100 miles enough. So I'm gonna just pump $100 worth, maybe. Nah, $200 worth. Right now we're on schedule to make it there right on time. 3:27, we're not 90 miles out. Looking to be there right at 5 or maybe 10, 15 minutes late. See the guy in front of me is pulling out. That's good. That's a good sign. I don't fuel at Pilots, man. We don't get a big discount. If I fuel 200 at Pilot, I might get $10 off. If I fuel at Loves, I get $30 off. So we save big on Loves. Stop my pump at an even number, because when I do payroll, it's way easier to, when I'm typing all my numbers, it's way easier to add up all my fuel stops in my head. 4 minutes. 4 minutes from the time I put on duty here to getting $200 worth of fuel. So not bad. I had a window of 7 minutes to burn. So look, I sit here and rush my tail down here. I don't even know how to do it. I rush to get down here. For 5 o'clock, I make it here 4:59. I make it right on time, right? This guy sit here tell me My appointment ain't till 6:30. Now, it's fine that it's at 6:30. But first and foremost, I didn't have to stress about it all night, right? Secondly, I could have took my time here instead of fucking letting her eat down the highway. Hold on, I'm back and y'all don't want to hit nothing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. I know. And the broker just texted me talking about, are you there already? I said no. Just for this guy to sit here and tell me, hey, your appointment ain't till 6:30. Fortunately, they gave me a door, so it's not all lost. But man, I really hauled ass. I really hauled ass down here. You know, to get down here, just to be told, that. That's crazy, man. Ridiculous. So let's open up real quick. Now, I need to take a 3-hour break. So hopefully my appointment being at 6, they take their time. That's crazy, man. That's ridiculous, guys. But let me get back into this door and we'll see how long it takes. It's 5 o'clock, so they can take their time, man. I ain't trying to leave here till at least no time before 8 o'clock. I'll keep y'all updated. Well, we're finally unloaded. They took a good 4 hours, almost 5 hours to unload me. Like I said earlier, they said my appointment was at 5. I rushed to get here. It's actually at 6:30, so they really didn't start unloading me till 7:38. So yeah. So that was 5 hours. I decided just to crawl back out here and finish my break right here. Luckily, this guy pulled up far enough where I could take my break. But yeah, we're done. So about to head to my next stop. But I wanted to thank y'all for all the support, especially with this video. Will be at 100, almost 100 subscribers. Last time I looked, I was at 99. So that's a huge achievement for me just starting. And then I appreciate it, man. All the likes, all the views, all the subscriptions. But appreciate the support. Subscribe and like and leave comments, man, so I can make my content better, man. Y'all the ones that give me the good ideas, because y'all the ones that know what y'all want to see. So if y'all can help me out in that way, I'd appreciate it. But take it easy, have a good day, be safe, and see you on the next one.